Men, if you're listening, you're the problem. You are the reason that your wife or your girlfriend does not respect you. And I know that sounds harsh. I know that sounds like I'm accusing you, but you know what? This is good news. It's good news that you're the problem. You want to know why? Because when you're the problem, you can actually do something about it. If you're not the problem, if it's an external thing, something going on in the world like work or whatever, or if it's your wife or your girlfriend who's the problem, what are you? You are the victim. And the victim creates the victim mentality where you can't do anything about it. If you've lost respect, if you've lost a sense of footing in your relationship, it is you and you alone who can fix it. And if you can't fix it because the relationship has turned so toxic that she'll never respect you, why are you still in it? Let me break down a call I got just this morning from somebody who was calling me considering being a client with me or a patient. He said that his wife, his fiancée, who he's been with for a number of years, goes out dancing. And he doesn't like to dance. He doesn't like the scene. He doesn't like to move. He's working really hard, but he's okay with her going out dancing. She has some friends. I said, so what's the problem? She says, well, she stays out late a lot. And then lately she's been staying over a friend's house. The friend is a man, the man who she dances with. And look, I know that we're supposed to be neutral. I'm supposed to be the, and how does that make you feel kind of thing? But I can't help it. I just blurt it out. And you're okay with this? In what world is this acceptable to you? They share a child, by the way. So this woman is staying at her dance partner's house overnight and neglecting her 4 or 5-year-old child and her fiance to be with this guy. How is this okay with him? And I asked him that. I said, in what world is this acceptable behavior for you? I mean, are you open to this? Do you have a girlfriend on the side? If so, who am I to say? But if you're like most people where you want a monogamous relationship, how is this okay with you? He said, well, it's not okay. I don't know what to do. And that's why I'm calling you. And I said, well, when did you ever tell her it was okay? He said, yeah. I said, I don't like it. And you could tell the man was just railroaded. He was depressed. He had lost complete sense of who he was somewhere along the lines. I said, did you ever try putting your foot down? Did you ever try asserting yourself as a man saying, hey, this isn't okay? He said, I even tried issuing an ultimatum. And I said, well, what happened? He said, well, she ignored it. I said, well, then it wasn't an ultimatum. Ultimatums, first of all, I'm not a big fan of ultimatums. Boundaries, yes. Ultimatums, no. The difference really quickly, if you don't know, is an ultimatum is trying to control you. A boundary is trying to protect myself. They have the same net effect, and they can both be spoken with assertiveness. But an ultimatum by its nature, and just in terms of the way we use it, is me saying, if you don't do this, then this, right? It's not that, right? A boundary is, I won't accept this. And if you're going to do this, I'm out of here. Because really the only way you can enforce something is to take something away, right? That's how negotiations work. That's how leverage works. If you want to raise at work, you have to prove that you're worth it. They're not just going to hand you a raise. You need leverage in a negotiation. You could say, I have another job offer. You could say, I've just replaced 3 people, or I will replace 3 people who are redundant if you give me a raise. So there's savings for you, or someone's going to poach me, or you know what? I don't feel challenged and I might just quit even though I don't have another job. But if you're not valuable, there's no leverage there. In a personal relationship, what is the thing that the person wants, right? In work, it's productivity. We want you to make more money, make the business run more efficient. In a relationship, what are you looking for? You're looking for connection. You're looking for warmth. You're looking for a sense of companionship. You are the prize. You are the leverage. If you are not the leverage, you have lost your grip on what it means to be in a relationship. Period, full stop. If you don't understand that having you in their life is the reward, is the prize, if that's not true, where did you mess up? Because the only leverage you should ever need in a relationship is that you're no longer going to be in it. And that's true for friendships. It's true for romantic relationships. It's true for family relationships. So mother to daughter or brother, siblings. If I'm not here, then you lose me. And so for him, right, it's a very simple process. If you go out and stay overnight with another man, I won't be here when you come back, or there will be a bag packed. And if she says, so what, then go, then guess what? You shouldn't be in that relationship. Now, there's ways to do it. I'm not sitting here like Andrew Tate, telling you to rule with an iron fist. That's not my style. That's not how I communicate. And even though I get pumped and aggressive and a little bit, amped up about some of these things, it's just because I care about people in relationships and I see how much people lose a sense of themselves, and it just pisses me off. Especially men. Women do this too, don't get me wrong. Women lose a sense of themselves and they get walked all over. But when I see a man coming to me saying, I don't know, she just yells at me all the time, I'm like, stop accepting that as a way to exist. Say, hey, you're yelling at me. That's not okay. It's never okay. Do it again and I'm staying in a hotel. And that's it. If the girl's trying to push you to a hotel, if she's saying, good, I hope you stay in a hotel, guess what? You've lost the relationship already. So you need to learn what your value is. Your value is being in the relationship. You have an intrinsic value. And if you have no more value in the relationship needs a complete reset, or you should be getting out of it. Now, obviously, if you have kids or something, the reset might be necessary. And there are different ways to do it. Bigger topic for another video. But first, I want you to understand that if you don't have a sense of self-worth, that just existing, just waking up and breathing and being in a compassionate relationship where you want to give, where you want to be a partner, where you want to show somebody love, if that's not valuable in and of itself, all on its own to you, if you don't feel like that's worth someone respecting you, you have lost a grip on your value and you need some help. If you're tired of being a doormat and you want to work with somebody, find a therapist or hell, call me. I have information in the description down below if you want to work with me one-on-one. I'm usually full, but if there's a slot available, I'm happy to speak with you. But find help. Whether it's with me or somebody else, this is not a way to live.